Alright, today I'm going to give you guys a detailed look at these three items. We have Captain Phasma from The Last Jedi, and then also a First Order Stormtrooper from The Last Jedi, and this is a bonus item that came when you purchase these two items together, and it is oh man, come on, focus, there we go, BB-9E. And there's the box right there, so let's get them out of packaging. Alright, and here are the three figures. We have Captain Phasma, and then First Order Stormtrooper, and then BB-9E. Yeah, BB-9E, right there. Let's go over Phasma's accessories first. She comes with this long spear, and then a short one, which looks to be a collapsible, I guess, in the film, and then a pair of fists, gesture hands, and then gripping hands, and then she also comes with this pistol, unlike last film where she doesn't. And here's a look at the figure itself. If you already own the previous version, which is the Force Awakens version, I don't recommend getting this at all. I'm actually very disappointed with this figure. In the promo shots, you could kind of see that it looks a bit more chrome-ish than what we get at the end result. This is barely anything better than what we got previously, but I'll show a comparison at the end. But yeah, this thing is definitely not worth it. I'm very disappointed with this figure. She does come with some extra accessories, like the spear back there. It's attached to her belt. I guess it's removable. And then she also has a pistol that's on her thigh area. But overall, majority of the design is almost exactly the same. The paint job, they could have went full chrome instead of this half-ass chromish, cloudy look to her, which I'm very disappointed about. Because if I knew what I was getting, I wouldn't have purchased this. I would have just stuck with my First Order. I mean the Force Awakens version, and just be happy with that one. And then here's the Stormtrooper, First Order Stormtrooper, and this version comes with 3 pauldrons, and we have the white one, where he is actually using right now, and then down here you can see there's a black one, and then there's the orange one. So I could actually take these and give it to my other Stormtroopers. And then he too comes with a pistol, and then gripping hands, a pair of trigger hands for each side, and then gripping hands for each side as well, and then a pair of fists, and that's about it. A pistol, and he too has a pistol that's removable from the thigh holster. And then here's BB-9E. Nothing really special about it. It has a ball jointed head. And then the base right here, if I take BB unit off, then you can see it's just a little base for the BB unit to sit on, and that's it. I mean, it doesn't really do anything. It would have been nice if they weighted down the bottom so it won't topple over, but they didn't do that. That would have been nice, but they didn't. So yeah, you definitely need that base in order for BB-9E to stand up. And here's a close-up of Captain Phasma's weapon. Her rifle. And then, again, the spear. Collapsible version. The hands. And pistol. And here's that spear that's attached to her belt. There's a peg right there, and then there's a peg hole on the belt itself. And I took the cape off. just so you guys can see this figure a little easier. But yeah, as far as the chrome, I am not happy with it. They could have went full on chrome without doing this kind of silver paintish. Yeah, it would have been nice if she was full chrome. Alright, and here's a look at Phasma from the side, and the articulation around the torso is really good. You can see the chest area, she could bend quite a bit. The waist, I still need to loosen that joint up a little bit, but you should be able to give her a even better crunch. And then the legs, you can see almost 90 degrees bent from the hips. And then the knees are well over 90 degrees, right there. And then the ankle actually has a pivot, left and right pivot, so that's nice. And toes articulation. And as far as the elbows, you can see over 90 degrees. And then shoulders are actually on the ball joint, and then you can see the shoulder pad is actually attached to the arm section instead of the torso section, instead of the into the top of the shoulders, because majority of the shoulder pads from other companies, they like to attach that piece onto the top of the shoulder, top of the body, which is about right there, usually around there. And then with Figuarts, they like to attach it to the arm, the top of the arm, which is nice, so it doesn't impede with the articulation at all, and that piece will move along with the arm. Alright, and here's Captain Phasma in a somewhat dynamic pose, with her holding on to her weapon, almost looking down the barrel. If I mess with it a little bit more, I'm sure she could. And there she is, standing, legs wide apart. And with the with the ankle tilt, you could get her to balance quite easily. And this is a great figure, but if you already have the Force Awakens version, then this is a definite skippable figure, because it is almost exactly the same. Given that she has new weapons and stuff, a few extra weapons and the pistol and all that, but overall it's very similar to the original version, and the paint job doesn't justify the purchase. Actually, I was duped into buying this because the promo pics made it look like it was full-on chrome, reflective surface and all that, but in reality it's not that much of a chrome. You can kind of see a reflection, but it's not the greatest. They could have done full-on chrome, but they didn't. I don't know why, but yeah, and I don't think she looks like this in the movie. But if you don't have the Force Awakens, then this is definitely a good representation of Captain Phasma. But I think if you really want a good painted version of her that's accurate, I think you should go with Mafex. That one has the best paint, but the joints, they can be somewhat loose at times. Not the best in that sense, but overall paint job is definitely the best. And then here's the First Order Stormtrooper, basically the same as Phasma, so anything that she could do, he could actually do as well. So not a whole lot more to say about these two figures. Yeah, as far as articulation, they're exactly the same. Let's get a close-up at that helmet. You can see the mouth that line around the mouth is thinner this time around than the Force Awakens. But overall, I believe the body is exactly the same from what I could tell. I could be wrong, but I think it's exactly the same. The only difference is the helmet. It's just some of the detailing is a little bit different. But overall, if for casual person looking at it, they're gonna see exactly the same as the Force Awakens version. But if you look closely, you can see the mouth is different, and then the air vent is a little bit different. I think the side of the helmet, the ear section is a little bit different, but still overall almost exactly the same. Weapon, I believe, is exactly the same. And the pistol is exactly the same. And this one comes with 3 pauldrons, and that's about it. And oops, and here's a closer look at the BB unit. And I believe these sections right here with the ventilation lines, those that piece right there, it looks like it's made out of translucent plastic, because you can kind of see into it. There's definitely a depth to this piece right here. So if I turn it to the side a little bit, you can kind of see there are lines underneath that's painted. So these, either this circular piece they added on as a translucent piece and then painted over, or this whole sphere, the bottom sphere, is translucent. But not sure, but yeah, it's kind of nice that you can see there's a little depth to this BB unit. Alright, and here's a comparison between the two Phasmas. You can see the one on the left is from Last Jedi, and the one on the right is from Force Awakens. You can clearly see on the chest area, you can see, kind of see my reflection right here. While the other one, you can barely see it. It just looks like they polish this version a bit more than they did with this one. But as far as the paint, yeah, it is a little bit nicer, because you can kind of see a reflection a bit more than the Force Awakens, but still not enough to justify a purchase if you already have the Force Awakens version, because overall they are exactly the same figure with a different paint job and extra accessories. That's about it. And here's a comparison between the Executioner, which is the Hasbro Black Series on the left there, and on the right is the Last Jedi SH Figuarts First Order Stormtrooper. So you can see the paint job is it's a lot wider. The one from SH Figuarts is definitely way wider than the Hasbro version. Hasbro version looks okay, but up close you can definitely see the difference between the two. Here you can see the paint job is not that great. Lines aren't perfect. You can see a lot of imperfections on this one. Granted, this is only a $20 figure, while this is more of a $45-50 figure. You're paying definitely twice as much, but you get better articulation and a better paint job. But you definitely don't want to troop build this guy, because could climb really high really fast. And there's the Hasbro, and I got this guy from during Force Friday. I was so happy I picked this up, because I was actually in line, and I wasn't even the first one. I was like the 17th person at Target, and I was surprised I was still able to find a Executioner the day of. So happy about that. But I don't think I'm gonna buy any more. I think one is enough, definitely. And since I have the SH Figuarts, definitely don't need more. Maybe if SH Figuarts release the Executioner, maybe, I'm not sure, but yeah. So there you have it. So overall, if you don't already have these figures, they are definitely a must, because they have great articulation, great paint job, and I could justify the price with these guys. It was a package deal. You're gonna pay about 100 from Amiyami for this set right here, but if you buy individually, I think they range around 50, 55, somewhere around there. So yeah, basically I got the BB unit for free, but overall it's well worth the price, only if you don't already have the Force Awakens Phasma. There you go. Thanks for watching.